Welcome to the Peachtree Morning Show by DCI. It's a wise way to start the day. Hope you enjoy.
Hi, and welcome to the Peachtree Morning Show. It's a good way to start your day. I'm Janice Sanders, and I want to welcome Wong Tien from Sydney, Australia, and of course our favorite Geshe Michael Roach from somewhere that no one's ever heard of in Arizona, a small tree, a small tree place with named Peachtree. Anyway, he's from Rimrock, Arizona.
Your town is smaller than my town.
Yeah, it is smaller, but it's, you live closer to a city and more population.
We have 4 people, you have 3.
Yeah. Anyway, it's really an honor to be here again, and I'm excited to be here. Today is Wednesday, July 8th, and we're recording from all around the country, which is really a cool thing because we want to reach everybody around the world. So today we have a let me introduce Wong Tien. She's from Sydney, Australia. She's a super smart little cookie. She's gone to 9 SCIM sessions, and I'm so happy to be here with her today because you know what? She teaches me all the time. She gets it, and then she teaches it to me when we're at class together. I've gone to 10 of the Sedona sessions. Yeah. So I'm surrounded by teachers, and I'm grateful for all of them. And then there's our Geshe Michael Roach, the author of The Diamond Cutter. And because of that, we all understand how we're creating our world. And because we learned that we can plant seeds. And that's what the peach tree is all about, learning what seeds to plant for what occasion. So Wong Tien, would you want to play this extra special question today? I'm very curious to find out what it is.
Okay, so the question today is from Pan.
From the Mediterranean again, everyone. This is Pan. I thank you so much for the Peachtree Cafe videos that you're doing. Absolutely life-saving. But to the question quickly, what is the role of mantras with the seeds and the 4 steps, etc.? For example, Emile Coué say, for example, every day in every way I'm getting better and better. Does that work? How does that mingle with the seeds and the 4 steps? Thank you so much. Bye.
Oh. Well, thank you, Pan, for sending in your question. It's a really great question. It sounds like it's actually 2 questions. How does reciting phrases work? And how does it relate to seeds and a 4-step plan? I'm going to ask Wong Tien, how do you think reciting a phrase over and over, will it benefit us? What do you think, Tien?
Yeah, thank you, Janice. Well, generally speaking, I think reciting positive phrases really helps us. Like there's a famous story in China. There's a general who wants to encourage his troop. So he said, there's a palm tree. When you look forward, there's a palm tree. And then the troop is in the desert. So they're all super thirsty and they want water. So the general used this clever way to kind of helps the troop to recite this sentence. There's a palm tree somewhere that we're going to go. So then he encouraged the troop to go a long way until they finally get water. So I think, reciting positive phrases could have a positive impact on us.
Yeah. So I was thinking when we recite a positive phrase over and over again, the first of the 4 steps is our intention to plant the seed. And when our mind hears it over and over, that intention's actually, just the intention itself is the strongest part of the seed. So I think it could benefit that way. So what do you think, Geshe Michael? Is that correct?
Well, there is a discussion of this in the ancient books. And I think you guys heard that discussion before, but I'll repeat it for Pan. They say there's 2 factors that work here. And when you repeat a positive phrase, there are two factors should be there. And if the 2 factors are there, then it will have a powerful effect on your mind. So the first factor is the person who first taught it, the person who created that phrase, if they are like a special person, like it could be one of your teachers, Pan, or one of your mom or dad, or someone who taught it to you, a school teacher, if they are especially a nice person, then we believe that those words have special power. So that's the first thing. Second thing is all seeds grow better in the fertilized soil. And the soil here is fertilized by being nice to other people. So just trying extra hard to be considerate to other people, to be sweet to other people, it makes the mind more open. And then when you repeat the phrase, it has more power on your mind. So if you're being grumpy or upset or you don't care about other people, then the phrase won't be planted very strong. So you have to fertilize here, and then that phrase will grow. Something like that. What do you guys think? One kid?
Yeah, Geshe-la, Pan also asked, how does reciting phrases mingle with pen 4 steps? So like, how does it relate to pen? I mean, pen story, not pen. So,
Well, he's very lucky to have the name Pen, actually.
yeah, Pen asking about pen.
Janice, what do you think? How does all this got to do with seeds?
You know, I was thinking, well, I don't think the words themselves have any power, but I think if we're thinking about it all the time, it is planting a seed. You know, let's see, his phrase was, I'm getting better and better every day in every way.
Yeah.
So if he's thinking that, you know, it's like, I've heard this in YSI, Yoga Studies Institute, that our mind rides on the winds in our body or our prana. And when we're thinking like that, we're actually planting a seed, and we're planting a seed and we're going to get results. And while we're doing it, when we're really focusing on this positive phrase, we're actually not doing any bad seeds. So we're planting good seeds. So I think he's going to get a result, but it's really important to understand that, you know, you have to, it's like watering a seed. It's like a coffee meditation is how I thought of it. It's like, if he's nice to other people and then he's saying this phrase over and over, he'll get some good results if he's helped someone else.
Yeah,
cool.
Janice,
It's like a coffee meditation is what I thought of.
Wow.
What about, let's see, who spoke last?
Okay, so
Okay.
Pen was asking like how it relates to pen. So
Yeah.
just like pens don't come from themselves, they come from us. Then the dog, we see it as a pen. The dog sees this one as a chew toy. And I think that the same for repeating the phrases, because some phrases we repeat, it could work. But then when we repeat, wake up, when we are getting out of our bed, it just sometimes doesn't work. So I think whether it works or not, depending on maybe we have encouraged others in the past or not. Or like Geshe-la said, whether we were nice to other people.
You know, I've heard from those ancient texts as well that when you recite something over and over, it's like making a wish come true. You know, especially if it came from a kind person who you respect and a kind, wise person. So I do think there's some benefit to it. What do you think, Geshe, Michael?
Well, I wanted to show you this pen that I found buried under some papers on my desk. So Veronica said, we're having a guest tonight for Independence Day picnic.
Wow.
She said, clean your desk, you know. So I cleaned just, it's like geology. I cleaned the top layer. Yeah. And I found this pen, and I think this was made by the Hong Kong group, and it has the whole 4 steps in Chinese inside the pen. So I just wanted to, you know, this is a very useful kind of pen. I do think the pen is like very similar to a white movie screen just before they start to show the movie. And then those words, actually probably if someone had a bad motivation, they could use those words to hurt somebody, right? So it's like your mind is like a movie projector, and those words are like the blank white screen. And if your intention is to get better and better in every way to help other people, then I think those words can make you really happy. And I think it's a cool thing. You plant seeds by hearing yourself talk.
Mhm.
And by the way, Pen, there's a tradition in the ancient books that when you say a phrase like that, you should say it loud enough that people around you could just barely hear it. And because it will also help other people. Then it's more powerful. Yeah.
Ah,
Wow.
that's cool. So that's really great. I like that. It sounds like we've connected your questions, Pan. It's beneficial, and you can link it to the 4 steps and the pen. So would any of you have a suggestion of what sort of phrases Pan could use in the future? Should he stick with the same phrase, or any phrase that he comes up with that's positive? Will that be helpful? What do you think, Tian?
Well, okay. I think initially, whenever he repeat the phrases, so our first suggestion is keep a good intention. That the intention is not just for ourselves, but we do it to help more people. Or like Geshe said, speak loud enough so everyone in the room can benefit.
Yeah,
They're not annoyed, but
I like that. So my suggestion would be to follow up with what Wang Tian said, is to set your intention to want to help other people and to really watch your words, because words, they can be divisive. They can be, you can say sweet words with bad intention. So if you start watching your words and you really plan, for the phrases that you're going to say to be helpful, not only for yourself, but for others, you're going to get more powerful results. Geshe Michael, what do you think? What would you suggest?
I have a special idea for Pen, which is called a gratitude phrase. It's a gratitude phrase. And this is where you thank somebody over and over just to yourself. Okay, so like if your mom was very kind to you, if your mom, almost died to give you your life and then took care of you for many years, there's a special tradition in ancient times to say a phrase like, thank you, mom. Mom, thank you. Thank you, mom. Mom, thank you. And to say it like 100 times a day. And they say it has a very powerful effect on your mind. So it's called a gratitude phrase. So, in the ancient times, they would encourage you to make your own phrase. And so oftentimes it's a gratitude phrase, someone who has helped you a lot in your life. Yeah.
I like it. That sounds like a real heart opener. Yeah, and it'd be cool if we could apply it to not just our moms, but to just imagining, that anybody out there could be our mom. So I like that a lot. Yeah. So anyway, thank you, Pan. That was a great question. It's very helpful. I think a lot of us out there can start reciting phrases like the one Geshe Michael just told us about. And we understand, even the words we're speaking, they don't come this way, they're coming from us. And that's how we can link it to a 4-step plan. So thank you for the question. And I bet we have a question for tomorrow. So Wang Tian, would you play that?
yeah, I'll play.
I'm excited to see what it is.
Yay. So question for tomorrow.
Yeah.
Hey.
This is Tobias from Berlin. I would like to know what I can do to plant seeds for enhancing, maintaining, or improving the vision of other people, like blind people, for instance, or those elderly who are getting poorer and poorer vision. What can I do? Thank you.
Wow, that's a hard question. Very good question. Thank you, Tobias. I'm going to tune into tomorrow's show. Whoever's answering those questions, they've got their job cut out for them.
By the way, he's a scientist in Germany at a observatory, or he has worked there. And the president of Germany went there, Angela Merkel, and they discussed the Diamond Cutter book together.
Wow, that's fabulous. Yeah.
That's kind of cool. Yeah.
Okay. That's just awesome. So I want to thank Wang Tian today, and I especially want to thank Geshe Michael for developing the Peachtree program and inviting us to attend. And I want to thank all of you for sending your questions. We want to hear from you. You help us when you send in your questions. So I hope you'll tune in tomorrow. And I heard from a little bird that Wang Tian and I got invited to come again on Friday. So we hope you'll be with us again.
Yeah.
And thank you all. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you, Janice, for hosting.
Yeah. Oh.
Wait. Oh.
See you guys on Friday.
All right. Thanks so much.
On Friday.
Okay, wait, Friday is...
Thanks for watching today's Peachtree Morning Show. See you next time.